Okay, I'm back for part 2 of comparing anchor point training to the TRX, and we didn't really get to the TRX side. So today I'm going to show you a couple things setting up back here on a pole. And again, we're not even talking about the bands of the system in the anchor point training. We're just talking about the actual suspension strap. So really quick, you can see smaller bag for TRX, which is nice. There's some nice things about the TRX. It's pretty well designed, but it's more expensive. So first of all, just on cost, the price of this whole bag with all this stuff in it, including the bands, and there's actually enough to train 4 people at a time here for the same price, or give or take depending on when you're watching this video. It could actually be less or more a little bit, but approximately is the price of just one of these, which pretty much just trains one person. Okay, so that's an advantage right there I didn't even talk about. The other thing is the handles. If you look at the handles, TRX handles, totally different. They're nice, but you got one hand. This I could have, it's almost like water skiing. I could have 2 hands, or if I'm doing one hand, I've got more room. It's not rubbing against my arms as much as the TRX does. You hold it like this, and this metal clip is hitting you in the arm sometimes. I mean, it wouldn't be if you're in proper positioning, of course, but the fact is that it's just less likely to happen with the anchor point training. And then you've got this, which is designed to put your feet in, and this doesn't have it, but you can move this out of the way and make this work like that. So I'm going to show you that. We're gonna look at both. And then finally, the attachment point. There's one little minor advantage that that anchor point, that TRX has. TRX, you strap it to itself at the anchor point. The anchor point training, it's really tough to do that. You can, if you have just if you're in a gym and you have like a hook or an anchor point, then this just goes on it. It's easy, it's done. But so does this carabiner. But if you're outside like this, you've got to get more creative, and that's when you have to either use this or you got to wrap this to itself. So I'm going to show you the difference. That'd be one way. Maybe. Okay. Or if I wrap again twice. Tighter, but now I lost my length a little bit. Okay. I can also adjust the straps to make them longer. Okay, right? Not bad, not bad. So it's a little bit quicker to connect with this. A little bit quicker. Also with these straps, the way they're designed is that if you're sitting down, you can put your heels or toes in here. If you want to do toes, you put them in this way, and then one in here, and then you gotta flip over, and you lose it almost every time if you're in a hurry. You have to have somebody help you hook it to your feet in order to do these types of exercises. Atomic push-up, the swings, etc. It's great. It's great once you get in it. It's just getting your feet in it for a lot of people super awkward. Okay? Now let me show you the difference here. With the anchor point training system, you could feasibly hook it through itself, but you're going to lose a lot of your straps. So you're more likely going to use one of these, and you're going to go around this way, and you could keep it mobile by attaching to this itself, or you could possibly wrap it. This one's just a little too big, doesn't work, okay? So it's not gonna work that way. So more likely, I'm gonna go through here, one loop, pull it through, cinch it up, and there's my anchor point, okay? Which could be used for TRX too, by the way. It's a handy little strap they include. So So this goes here, and now you got to go through this way. Take the handle. So here's the only disadvantage of anchor point training is the speed of the setup. But it ends up, in my point of view, I think it's a better setup. It just takes an extra step. Okay, so now you're here. You can take that up a little higher. Now if you got too much length, which this is borderline, you can clip these to the carabiner to shorten it just a little bit, or you could clip this in to shorten it a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do is keep it that length, and if I wanted to do the if I wanted to do the hookup that I showed you with the feet, I just get this out of the way and I have the strap. Now watch this. This is cool. This is very cool. Sorry for all the dings. So now, do you see how hard it was to get my feet hooked in? Now I can actually, watch this, I can just step in them. So if you're working with somebody that doesn't have much balance or support, they can just stand, right? And then what they can do is walk out and their feet are ready. If they want to get it to the ankles or the top of the shoes, and you're there. You can do the same exercise. Now that was a little too low, like I said. I probably wouldn't have shortened it. So in this case, I'd have to shorten it to here. Maybe this little mini shortening is just enough. Try that. Kind of an experiment. I'm making you suffer through my experiment here because I haven't actually tried it on this at this park on this apparatus, so not quite used to it. So let's see if that shortening did anything. Is it easier? Is it better? You get the hook. Yeah. I would say that's easier. It's a little low still, so it's not perfect. So you have to play with that. You might put this one in there. Or you could have to adjust up here. So again, a little bit of pros and cons. You'll notice all these threads in here, and that allows you to connect it to different points. But again, that doesn't mean this is going to stay tight on a pole. So none of this is perfect, but if I had to choose, I still like these for like the quick, because you can just clip it on, you clip it to itself, it's done, and you don't need the additional suspension strap. So in some ways it's a little better, but overall I still prefer this because there's way more versatility, especially with the handles. That's the biggest versatility of all, is the fact that these are bigger, wider, easy to move around, use them for a variety of different things. So, and then the adjustment. The way to shorten this here is kind of handy. That's another little maybe better on the TRX, maybe. But I think that you can pretty much adjust the anchor point training in so many ways. I didn't even show you this. Okay, you can see up here, I got it all wrapped around and did a little bit better job. We have it on both ends of this thing now. Looks like a knot, but really it's just, I wrapped this strap around twice, and then on this end and this end, I put this whole thing through it. And now, foot in. One. Foot in. Here. Reverse, hip press, leg curls, runners, back pillar. It's a lot tougher than in the straps, etc. As you can see, you've got planks, pillars, back pillars, reverse plank. You've got atomic push-up, that's the push-up with the knees coming in, or just knee raises, leg crunches, reverse setup, whatever you want to call that, where you bring your knees to your chest. Knee raises in pikes. You have pike position. On the back, you have the leg curls, you have the runners. All of those are incredibly intense core. And I've got 50s and 60-year-olds doing it too, so I might be out of breath. Maybe I'm getting out of shape, or maybe it's because I'm 40, I don't know. But hey, if us old folks can do it, you 20-year-olds, no excuse, right? So anyway, the anchor point training is a lot easier to set up in a variety of places. TRX is a little faster to set up if you've got the right setup apparatus. Indoors, they're about the same. TRX is a tiny bit faster. They have the little clip that goes in the door and you attach the clip. Anchor point training, I don't have it, but there's a long strap that you put behind the door, probably safer. It doesn't matter though, because they're similar, really similar. I'd say the biggest difference is when you're outdoors or you don't have a built into the wall anchor point, which I never do, because my whole thing is working out anywhere I want. I want to be able to work out in Hawaii, Washington State, anywhere, especially outdoors. I love it, fresh air, right? So I'm looking for something like this to be able to attach to. A smaller cylinder shape is best. You know, a round pipe. That's a little smaller. That's a big, thick one, and even it works on there. Smaller one would be even better. Easier for the anchor point training and the TRX. Bottom line though, I love how you can get in and out of that the lower body workout where you have to attach to your legs. Way easier with anchor point training, way harder with TRX, so that's a big difference. All right, have a good day. Stretch. Golf swing stretch. I don't know why they call that. I guess kind of loosely similar to that movement rotationally. Lots of great stretches. My favorite, look under the arm. Working the hamstrings, tipsy bird, balance. millions of things. Clutch. Full body workout. Do it like 5 minutes.